Coming up in Jamaica Magazine for this Friday, November 13.
Jamaica Heritage Impacts in the World.
Highlights of the JIS Heritage School Tour 2015, plus Walking the Talk. CSJP participants get involved in another internship program. This time is the shipping industry. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for your daily edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Those and much more coming up right now.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica. Original.
Good day, I'm Tamara McHale and this is your GIS News for Friday, November 13. The IMF mission to Jamaica has announced that Jamaica's 7.5% primary surplus target under the Extended Fund facility will be reduced.
A staff-level agreement was reached to lower the target for the primary surplus to 7.25% for this fiscal year, percent of GDP for this fiscal year, and to 7% of GDP for fiscal year 16-17. This additional fiscal space will provide an opportunity to increase public spending on capital outlays that boost growth and job creation, as well as to continue to protect social spending.
IMF's head of mission to Jamaica was speaking at a press conference this morning to formally announce that Jamaica met all quantitative targets and structural benchmarks for the July to September period. The IMF mission will therefore pass on its findings to its executive board for consideration in December. If accepted, Jamaica will get another $39 million from the multilateral agency. All regional health authorities, RHAs, and regional directors have been given new instructions to ensure timely and appropriate reporting to the Ministry of Health. Portfolio Minister Oris Daly issued the new ministerial directive to the board chairman of RHAs on Thursday, asking that status, progress, and adverse reports be made to his office through the permanent secretary or chief medical officer. The report should cover untoward incidents as described in the service level agreements, implementation of recommendations from the recent health audit, the monitoring of maternity, operating theatre, and neonatology units, and ongoing risk assessments of these areas, as well as updates on the intensive care units and the accident and emergency departments. The board chairman of the regional health authorities also signed the new service level agreements for the 2015-2018 contract period in their meeting with Minister Daly Thursday. While these performance contracts are usually reviewed and updated annually, the ministry says the performance of the RHAs will be formally reviewed on a quarterly basis through joint meetings on mutually agreed dates. Still on health, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Marion Bullock DeCass is urging Jamaicans to be more vigilant in destroying mosquito breeding sites. The caution comes as the Caribbean Public Health Agency confirmed 5 Zika virus cases in the Caribbean region. The virus has not been detected in Jamaica to date. But in a statement, Dr. DeCass says the Health Ministry is continuing its fogging and other preparedness activities. At the same time, persons are being encouraged to play their part by checking around their living spaces for mosquito breeding sites, such as drains, leaking faucets, tall grass, roof gutters, and dog bowls. Dr. DeCass also stressed the use of insect repellent containing DEET, mesh on windows and doors, and wearing protective clothing. Persons affected by the Zika virus may experience fever, muscle and joint pain, eyeball pain, inflammation of the eye, rash, abdominal pain or diarrhea, weakness or swelling of the lower limbs. The police, with the support of the Jamaica Defense Force, will be deployed to violent communities in armored vehicles to rid the country of armed gangs. Speaking on JIS TV's Issues and Answers, Security Minister Peter Bunting said the new squadron of protected mobility vehicles will be sent to urban and rural areas which have seen a spike in violent crimes. They include St. James, Clarendon and St. Catherine communities.
We have put a substantial capital budget to acquire this capability, and you are now going to see the deployment of the first set of vehicles this week.
Catch the rest of Minister Bunting's interview in this Sunday's Jamaica magazine on this station. In the meantime, government has signed an agreement with the United States to share criminal history information on Jamaicans being repatriated from that country. The criminal history information sharing agreement will allow Jamaica to receive foreign criminal convictions information on Jamaican nationals. The Memorandum of Cooperation was signed Tuesday between National Security Minister Peter Bunting and the Assistant Director of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, Matthew Albence. Minister Bunting said that signing signaled increased levels of trust and cooperation between the two governments. He added that he was looking forward to the technical support that's to be provided. And finally, in 4 weeks' time, government media will benefit from a digital audiovisual archival system, the first of its kind in the English-speaking Caribbean. A check for $20,000 was handed over to Information Minister Senator Sandria Faulkner by the Korean government on Tuesday.
We're not only going to be able to retrieve the information, but the information that we have can now become a business because we can monetize some of what we have.
The system will be installed at the PBCJ, while other government media agencies such as the JIS, CPTC, IOJ, and JARD will have access to the digital archive.
Each agency will have the capacity for input and output from their respective locations. So there is connectivity.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Tamara McHale. Thank you for watching. Fever, rash, joint pain, and red eyes. All common signs of the Zika virus or ZIKV. Symptoms are usually mild, lasting anywhere from a few days to a week. Jamaica has no Zika cases, but if it gets here, it would only be transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. Don't give Zika a chance. Prevent the breeding of these pesky mosquitoes.
The use of oil, cooking oil, a little tip of cooking oil poured on the surface of the water suffocates the larvae and prevents them hatching out. So persons can do that.
Let's celebrate Jamaica to the world. Fastest man in the world. First Jamaican woman to win gold in Olympic 100-meter sprint. An upcoming global superstar. Mouth-watering meals. And a vibrant set of people. We are Jamaicans. Let's get together and bring back the love.
October was a month to remember. It was Heritage Month, and the JIS, as one of the guardians of Jamaica's heritage, was on the move, touring schools right across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Was your school a part of the tour? Either way, check this out.
It's the JIS Heritage School Tour 2015. Hey, I'm your girl Tamara.
And I'm Sandra.
And today we're giving you all the fun highlights. So stay tuned. What an exciting time the JIS team had, making the journey right across the island on our annual Heritage School Tour. The focus for 2015 was
Jamaica heritage impacts in the world.
So in what ways have we made a big contribution to the world?
Jamaican sports.
Our reggae music.
Jamaica has a rich heritage.
Jamaica was the birthplace of reggae music.
Yes, the big man Usain Bolt was a major highlight at most schools, as many students shared how much he had inspired them.
Impact me by trying to strive to be as fast as him, to get the world record and break it, and yeah, it's impact me, and I'm proud of him.
And why do they think he runs so fast?
I'm happy to be here, my alma mater.
Are you holding the William Nib banner high? I hope you're not hoping that it's just bolt alone. Why all of the banner, you know. Each and every one of you have a responsibility.
On the western leg of the journey, I stopped by my alma mater at the Westwood High School. Ora et labore. Yes, Westwood, the all-girls school in Trelawney which wears the hat. We got a bit of history on that.
In those days, the tradition was that ladies would not go out without a hat. So we have tried to maintain that when the students are on campus, they don't wear the hat, but they wear it when they go off for functions and when they're on the street.
I really enjoyed my time at Westwood, you know, Sandra. What about you? What was your favorite part of the school tour?
I was really just impressed by the talent of our students as they entertained in dance, poetry, singing and more, showing why we as Jamaicans lick both talawa.
Jamaican talent turn up. I also enjoyed learning the historical background of the schools we visited. Trust me, I learned a lot.
Donald Quarry High School was constructed and opened almost 39 years ago. Initially, this school was Donald Quarry Secondary, but after Mr. Quarry's victory at the Montreal Olympics, the school was renamed the Donald Quarry High School.
Gregory Park Primary started in 1895 as the Baptist school, and then in 1951 there was a hurricane that destroyed the property, and then it was moved to One Cottage Drive in 1954.
Here we have a vibrant cultural club, and we have entered a number of competitions at the JCDC level, and we have earned a lot of medals.
All in all, it was another successful tour, and we were able to share pieces of Jamaican history with the schools.
We're really happy to be here. We just want to share in the whole cultural experience.
We are a great nation. We have done so much for this world, and we are continuing to do our best.
That's a wrap on the 2015 JIS Heritage School Tour. I definitely had a lot of fun.
But tune in next year, same time for another exciting show. Until then,
walk good.
Program implementation remains strong. We also welcome the recent wage agreements. It was a proactive and important step in reducing Jamaica's public debt. A gradual economic recovery is underway. The growth outlook is improving. Growth is now projected to be about 1.4% for this fiscal year.
The government of Jamaica is on a mission, going for growth, staying the course, and transforming the economy through its economic reform program.
Government announced this week that it had completed wage negotiations with about 95% of the public sector for the 2015-2017 contract period. A team from the Finance Ministry will now be monitoring all heads of agreement between government and the various categories of public sector workers to ensure that the agreements are implemented as planned. The Finance Minister gave his reactions to the wage talks.
The negotiations have been approached on the basis that each side is going to do its best in the interests of Jamaica while protecting to the utmost the interest of their particular work group. Whatever we commit to on the government side, we will deliver, and that we are absolutely honest about what we cannot commit to because we cannot afford it.
The occasion was a function for the union representing rank-and-file policemen and women to formally accept government's 7% wage offer. Allowances like that of housing will also be increased, and lands will be identified to build houses for police personnel.
And in relation to the hours of work, there is a specific mention of the hours and the limits to those hours.
And given that police officers work late hours, the Finance Minister said the transportation needs of police personnel would also be addressed.
We will ensure this calendar year that some resources go to the Ministry of National Security to deal with the special transportation needs of some of the police workers who especially have to be on the road at night and are exposed.
It is a wonderful program to be in because it helps you to get some form of income. It helps you to experience a lot of things, more experience in your work, development, punctuality, patience as well, using your initiatives, creativity, persistence, the drive to go on.
That's the best program I see so far right now in Jamaica. It do a lot of things to the young youths like me right now. CSJP has been a main breadwinner for me. That's where I get my bread and stuff like that. That's where I get experience, I get to know other people and stuff like that.
The Citizen Security and Justice Program, CSJP, an initiative of the Ministry of National Security, promoting positive values and attitudes while empowering unattached youth in volatile communities.
The Citizen Security and Justice Program is in its final phase of operations, and the program is going out with a bang, forging more partnerships for participants, allowing them to get more hands-on experience.
This opportunity has made us see our true potential. It will be a memorable one for myself and my fellow teammates.
What is 27-year-old Alex Burnett talking about? His experience with the Citizen Security and Justice Program CSJP, which has been in operation since 2001. And now that the program is in its third and final phase, things are looking up, courtesy of more partnerships with established organizations. The government, primarily through the Ministry of National Security, has been tackling the crime issue on all fronts, increasing the resources available to law enforcers, training them, fighting corruption, and building relationships with the citizens.
Reversing the level of crime and violence in this country is not a short-term exercise, and it's not going to be achieved by the security forces acting on their own. It requires the committed and consistent effort of all sectors of the society, working in a united effort to remove the conditions that foster lawlessness and criminality.
And so there's another side to the equation, the softer side, preventing crime by building the capacity of at-risk youth. It's a proven theory, thanks to initiatives like that of the CSJP. The program has literally built the skill set of youngsters, including their life skills and self-esteem, keeping them occupied and out of harm's way.
Through the CSJP, we're taking a preventive stance. Interventions are aimed at attacking risk factors such as youth employment and low academic achievement that exist in many of our vulnerable communities. The parishes that have the concentration of CSJP communities, Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Catherine, we have actually not seen an increase in either murder or other serious and violent crimes.
We are putting in place a robust monitoring and evaluation system so that we can track, record, and evaluate the results of our efforts.
CSJP 3, which began in December 2014, will end in November 2019. Budgeted at $880 million, it's funded by the Government of Jamaica, the Department for International Development in the United Kingdom, the Department of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Development in Canada, and the Inter-American Development Bank. One objective is to provide on-the-job training for young people in organizations like the Shipping Association of Jamaica, SAJ. 30 CSJP participants have started a 7-month training session to be certified as stevedores, persons who load and unload ships.
It's not limited to stevedoring. Again, you may have opportunities flowing from this to become drivers, to become crane operators. Essentially, the sky is the limit after this program.
These participants, some of whom had received training from the Caribbean Maritime Institute, will be exposed to 5 weeks of classroom training and 6 months of apprenticeship training, which is renewable up to 3 years based on the performance of the trainees.
The training program will cost about $10.1 million. CSJP will contribute $5.6 million, while the SAJ will contribute the remainder of the funds. Under the MOU signed with the CSJP, the SAJ will have some main duties.
Supervision of all students enrolled under the program, orientation, sensitization of teaching staff, payment of all allowances for traveling and laundry for apprentices for days trained worked, payment of all allowances for lunch for days worked, and provision of insurance cover for the apprentices while on duty.
The CSJP participants will get real-life experience in the shipping industry through exposure to the Kingston Container Terminal and Kingston Wharves.
No longer can you truthfully shout, "Nothing not go on for me." Open your minds to learning. All you can from the experts who are willing to guide you. Ensure that you stay the full course of this internship and comply fully with all the rules of the SAJ. Keep your goals in sight and become a trailblazer in your own right.
And as we always say at the CSJP, choose to be an eagle and not a chicken. It is your attitude that will determine your altitude.
With this armband I'm wearing from CSJP is like, it transformed me. I have been through them in any meetings to get like bird papers, to know people. I've been there and I've been to school with them for actually a year and a half. I know I'm doing golf by Canton Spring. On my behalf of myself, I'm my teammates who have been through the CSJP welfare program. It has been an amazing life journey and opportunity for us all.
The Ministry of National Security through the CSJP, changing the lives of inner city youth one day at a time. Why not join the initiative and support those involved? Join the SAJ and other organizations to provide on-the-job training for these young people. Play your part in the Unite for Change campaign. Citizens coming together to empower persons to avoid a life of crime.
It's been 11 months.
7 years. 12 years.
Since I became the most important person in the world.
It's a big responsibility for know say her future is in our hands.
I have to tell him and show him that he is my number one.
I want to prepare them for life's journey. So as them grow, them know the difference between right and wrong.
I gotta make sure we keep him out of bad company. Because if I don't raise him right, the streets are gonna raise him. I fail, she fail.
If me stumble, him fall.
Knowing I'm responsible for their future and they're responsible for Jamaica's future.
So I won't give up or allow her to quit.
I'm going to make sure I'm safe on the straight and narrow.
Me prefer to tell them no now than watch them regret it later.
Because to the world, I'm just another person. But to my child, I'm the whole wide world.
Householders, business people, school administrators, be on the alert. Help control the mosquito population. Destroy breeding sites. Empty old tires and all other containers where water can settle. Bore holes in old cans. Cover water drums and garbage cans. Wash flower pots and vases and clean pet dishes regularly. Protect yourself from mosquito bites. Cover your body as much as possible and use mosquito repellent containing DEET.
It's a new beginning. New day is dawning. It's time to arise. We are the gene of achievement and pride.
Bold new beginning, time for action. We have the spirit to fight on.
This is Jamaica, this is our land. We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica, this is our land. Let us make every effort to forge unity and resolve to work hard for our prosperity. Leaving our children a legacy of hope, breaking the shackles and smashing the old. This is Jamaica, this is our land. We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica, this Let me hear the children say, this is Jamaica, this is our land. We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica.
Come on, everybody, let's sing.
This is Jamaica, this is our land. We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica, this is our land.
Jamaica, together we can.
And that's it for Jamaica Magazine today. As you prepare for the weekend, be safe, slow down on the roads, spend wisely, and keep an eye out for the children and your precious senior citizens. You may also want to catch up on useful information at jis.gov.jm or on our social media pages. And be sure to share your comments. Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm. I'm Adrian Atkinson, and this has been Jamaica Magazine. Thanks for staying with us. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.